Okay, so this investigation we are looking at testing glucose and protein in urine. So this part of the spec where we're looking at diabetes and how to test for diabetes. So the first thing I've got my 4 urine samples, which is labelled A, B, C and D. They will be from 4 people, so person A, B, C and D. Then have my water bath, so I've got my beaker water bath, hot water for our Benedicts, because as we know Benedicts needs to go into hot water for it to react and work. Then I've got 4 test tubes for my burette. Hazards in this then, we have obviously 2 chemicals, burette and Benedicts. They are irritants. If they get on your hand, they will irritate your skin. So you just need to wash your hands if they do get on your skin. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to test for protein in each person. So I'm going to get my urine sample for person A. I'm going to pour a bit into the test tube and I'm going to do the same for B, C and D. Person B, person C, and lastly person D. Then I'm going to add a few drops of my burette reagent, that's what we use to test for protein, to each urine sample. That's for person A, person B, C and D. Okay. If protein is present, our burette solution will turn a purple lilac colour. Remember, for protein it turns purple. The P is nice and easy for us to remember. I'm going to leave it a minute because our burette's a bit old, so it needs a few minutes. While I'm doing that, we're going to then test for glucose. So again, for each person, I'm going to pop urine sample into my boiling tubes. So person A, person B, person C, and then our person D. With this then, we need our Benedict solution, and if glucose is present, it's going to turn an orange or a red colour, a brick red. But we have to leave it for a couple of minutes in the hot water before we see any colour change. When we're looking at our variables for this investigation, we are changing our urine sample, so the concentration of glucose and protein inside the urine. Any anomalies we're going to have is it's going to be really quite hard to test whether we have glucose or proteins. If they've got a little bit of glucose or a little bit of protein, it's going to be hard to see the colour change exactly, to know how much protein and how much glucose they've got in their urine. So we come back to our results then. I had person A, B, C and D, and what we can see is that person C and D, they tested positive for protein in their urine, which indicates then that they have kidney failure, which I'll record in my table. So I put no for A and B because the burette didn't change colour, and then yes, which would indicate they have kidney failure. If we look at person A, B, C and D for our glucose test, see if they had glucose, sugar in their urine, you can see that person B and person D had glucose in their urine, which would indicate that they have diabetes. Okay, person A and person B, no colour change, so their urine didn't contain glucose, so they don't have diabetes.